The Femme Assise by Henri Matisse, also known as Woman Sitting in an Armchair, is an influential piece of artwork that had a great impact on a family. This case is a great case study of what is right in art repatriation and righting history's wrongs, as it was recently ordered to be returned to the rightful owners, the descendants of Paul Rosenberg. This recent case and court ordering to be returned to the rightful owners is beneficial for thousands of future art repatriation cases. Henri Matisse was born December 31, 1869 in Le Cateau in northern France. He worked in all media, from painting to sculpture and to printmaking. Although his subjects were traditional, his revolutionary use of brilliant color and exaggerated form to express emotion made him one of the most influential artists of the 20th century. Matisse's style of work falls into Fauvism. Fauvism is French for wild beast and showcased a style of painting with vivid expressionistic and non-naturalistic use of color that has paved the way for a lot of modern art we see today. Matisse strayed away from the traditional values of art and started a revolution. Fauvism was not accepted at this time and was frowned upon. However, Matisse and others were very proud to be categorized as wild beast. Although this painting from the surface is just a portrait of a woman sitting, the bright blues and red tones in the background, as well as the floral blouse that the woman is wearing, showcases his early style of Fauvism. This is the reason the painting is so influential in the art world. It showcased Matisse's use of bright colors and patterns that can be seen in some of his most famous works, such as Green Stripe and Woman with the Hat. Paul Rosenberg was the rightful owner of the painting. He was a well-established and influential French art dealer during the early 1920s throughout the 1940s. He had a love for modern art, which led him to represent modern artists such as Henri Matisse, Pablo Picasso, and Georges Braque. He had many connections with museums and curators throughout not only France but also the United States. Paul got his passion for art from his father. His father was an antique dealer and noted dealer of Impressionist and Post-Impressionist art. He had an established business in Paris with high-ranking connections to the art world. He was devoted to educating his sons in art history and art appreciation. This led to Paul and his brother Léonce to becoming well-renowned art dealers of the 20th century. Paul and his brother began working for their father as partners in the business. Upon their father's retirement, they were designated directors of the business. From there, Paul went on to open his own gallery in Rue La Bataille, No. 21, Paris, and in Uptown, New York, called Paul Rosenberg & Co. Due to his high profile and many connections with museums, collectors, and dealers, his property had been targeted for seizure upon the Nazi occupation. The Femme Assise was one among the many artworks stolen by the Nazis. In fact, not only was his art looted, his personal belongings, such as his furniture, library, and archives, were also stolen. The Nazis labeled artwork they did not approve of or like as degenerate art. Much of Rosenberg's professional and personal collection was branded as degenerate and thereby fell under the mandate of the Commission for the Exploitation of Degenerate Art. Therefore, in 1940, his property was seized. ERR-approved dealers were appointed to liquidate and sell assets that were looted. This resulted into many pieces of Rosenberg's collection being scattered all across Europe. The Femme Assise, along with other artworks, was stolen from Rosenberg's personal collection, making it very personal to him and his family. Rosenberg fought for years and successfully found over 400 works before he passed away in 1959. Unable to recover the rest of his belongings before his death, his family has continued persistently searching for his works of art. As of today, there are still at least 60 pieces of artwork that have not been accounted for of his personal collection. The Femme Assise was recently discovered in February 2012 in the possession of Cornelius Gurlitt, whose father was one of Hitler's personal art dealers who helped steal artwork. Approved by the German court, the painting was returned to the Rosenberg family in 2014, following the efforts of the London-based art recovery. Rosenberg's granddaughter, Anne Sinclair, remarked that the homecoming was emotional. She says, "First, I feel deeply moved, of course, by the idea that this painting is back in the family 74 years after being looted, and deeply melancholic thinking that my grandfather is not able to see it. This is the first piece of artwork in the Gurlitt collection to be returned to their original owners. This was a move in the right direction in regards to returning stolen artworks to the rightful owners, and the family encourages others to pursue the return of looted works." From this case, we can learn how meaningful and impactful art is. We can understand what is right in art repatriation and righting history's wrongs. It won't be a smooth or fast process for future cases of looted artwork, however, it is a step in the right direction. There are still thousands of artworks with thousands of owners searching and pleading for what is rightfully theirs.